Well, let's get to it then.
Oh my. Conceptions about ASMR. It's insane. Like, I'll be sitting here like this, you know, and then someone's just like, Dizzy, I can't believe you're doing this. I never saw you as that kind of streamer.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
It's here, it's hectic. Shout out to the big dog, yeah, it is Eric. You know, on this game, man, you know it goes down. Shout out to my home skiller 2-3 JT Brown. Oh yeah, you know how the man go. You nigga clapping.
Cause I let go black, bro. I'm like, yo.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You know what? Leroy! Down with OBC. Yeah, you know me. Down with OBC. Yeah, you know me. Down with OBC. Yeah, you know me. Down with OBC. Everybody! Oh yeah. Everybody!
Hi, my name's Andrew, and I wanted to be the first one to welcome you and say thank you for joining us on the Opioidcast today. Now, if you could do us a favor and just tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Well, my name is Big Cheese, and I reside in the Bay Area of Tampa, Florida. Represented to the fullest. A little bit about myself. I can just say I am a wonderball of entertainment. I'm a variety streamer. I play a variety of games. I do a variety of things as far as streaming. Music, dancing, freestyle, sing, jingles, you name it, I do it. That's just me.
I love that. Just like a wonder ball of entertainment. Like,
yeah.
From what I've seen of you and like being able to hang out on your stream and checking out your Twitter, like that's 100% true. We do have a wonder ball of entertainment here.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And we're curious, like, when and how did you start gaming and creating live content?
Well, I've been gaming all my life. That's in general. Like, I came out of my mama's womb with a controller, so I was ready to play. But I haven't started streaming until I think it was like 2013. That's when I officially, started streaming. Like my very first stream, I was like nervous and I was like, well, hopefully people that that subscribe to me on YouTube will come this way, check me out. And the first day wasn't bad, but it was like, yeah, let me go back to YouTube because I'm not fully understanding how Twitch works. So it was Justin.tv when I first started.
Oh,
And
wow.
then it turned to Twitch. Yeah. So it was like a conversion from Justin.tv to Twitch. And I was like, I don't understand none of this stuff. Let me go back to YouTube. But after a while, I started learning, observing, progressing, and being more active on it. And people, it drew people in, brought them my way. So ever since then, I've just been streaming on Twitch.
That's incredible because like live stream is such a totally different beast than creating content and uploading it to YouTube. And the fact that you've been around the animal for so long that's incredible.
Yeah, man. Like I started creating content around 2006, 2007, like before YouTube was purchased by Google.
Wow.
I've been around that long as far as creating content, and like it's definitely different when you create content and when you stream because you can't edit what you you can't edit everything that you want to edit. Sometimes things just happen naturally, and to me, I feel like that's the best thing now because anybody can get behind the content they create and make it funnier or make it better. But to see it live is a total different experience.
Without a doubt. And just out of curiosity, I mean, like, what is that? 12 years? I was still in high school then.
Yeah, that is 12. Yes,
That's
yes,
12 years.
that is 12 years. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Like, man, I got gray hairs in social content.
And
I'm an
like,
old one.
And with that, like, I'm curious, like, what kind of games did you start out with? Was it always just games?
Uh, well, as far as starting out, creating content wise, I had an Xbox. That was my very first system I had when I was creating content. Now, my very first system, of course, was Nintendo. Growing up, but as far as like creating content and learning how to capture content, it was an Xbox 360, and I was playing Gears of War, and I was playing I think like Devil May Cry was on there. I was playing like a variety of games on the Xbox. When it had Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Contra, all that, all the old school games you can play on there, I had all those games, and that's what I started off with. And it was fun. It was definitely fun, especially when Street Fighter 4 came to the Xbox, and I did like a Akuma video, but I was too big, so I had to rip the shirt in the middle and acting like I was Akuma. But it was so much fun. I enjoyed myself, and like the content that was created was like brought me to where I'm at today.
That's incredible. That's funny too.
Yeah,
All those
man. I
games, like,
enjoyed myself.
yeah, those were some fun games to definitely like even grow up for myself then. But now, I mean, I know you were starting with like Devil May Cry and Gears of War, but what kind of games do you typically play now?
Well, what's crazy is now, I play a total different amount of games now because of the variety. Um, I played I play Hades. That's the game that was introduced at the Game Awards.
Mhm.
That game is great. I love that game. Of course, I play Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I still play Call of Duty World War II because I love the shovel and the sledgehammer. My bop and my bean is what I call it. My bop and my bean. Um, Still go old school with the retro systems, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64, the actual systems, not like the classic. But even though I have the classics, I still feel like I can go to the old systems for the games I don't have on the system. Um, so I play a little bit of everything. Puyo Tetris, I love puzzle games. Um, Street Fighter 5, I play that. Tekken 7. Remind me to get Soul Calibur 6. People been challenging me on that game. I got to get that game.
I'll
Um,
remind you. Yeah.
Realm Royale. I play Battle Royale as well. So like I said, I play it's like a different variety of games. I love all type of games except for horror. Do not ask me to play horror
No
games.
horror. None.
I'm the biggest B. Okay, I can say that because it took a baby werewolf scared the hell out of me on Until Dawn. I was done with that game ever since. I have not turned that game back on.
And then no more horror after that.
Nope, I turned the game off in the stream. I'm done. Bye. I was done with it.
Oh wow, that's just like that's a potluck of like variety right there. And
Yeah.
I mean, you've been around the game for so long. I mean, 12 years. That's a substantial amount of time.
Right.
Now, if anybody like there are a lot of people that are coming onto Twitch and they're wanting to start streams of their own. What kind of tips or advice would you give to somebody trying to start a variety channel on Twitch?
Don't be afraid to be yourself. I know a lot of people try to make adjustments, try to change how they are when they game. Like if you rage, rage. Okay. Like don't hold it in. And I'm not gonna lie to you. That's how I started off. I was like, I am not gonna rage. I am not gonna rage. I am not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. And people was like, that's what we want to see. Let it out, let it out. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, you have no idea. So like my main tip is don't be afraid to be yourself, express yourself, interact with everybody. You know, even if you miss a chat while you're streaming, go back to it and say, hey man, I'm sorry I missed you. And I'm going to answer your question now. Just, interact with them. You know, a lot of people, I tend to see that a lot of viewers or a lot of followers or subscribers, they love conversating. They
Mhm.
love the interaction, and just give them that interaction. And that's my best tip. And oh, also don't be discouraged. If whatever you set yourself for as far as how many views per day or what's the viewer average, do not do that. Everybody starts at 0 and then you work your way up. I started at 0. Sometimes I'm still at 0. But don't be afraid to, go out there and just have fun and be adventurous. Just be yourself.
Those are fantastically good tips and something that, like, without a doubt, I can say those are like elements that you provide. When I've been to your stream, or when I like check out your Twitter, there's so much interaction with you and your community.
Right.
That's inspiring to us over here at OPC
Cheese
and others as
Stats.
well. There you go. Now, through all these years and through everything that you've learned and everything that you've accomplished,
Right.
what would you say your biggest accomplishment is, to date?
My biggest accomplishment, like a lot of people would think that my biggest accomplishment would be like front page on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, granted, it happened. It was a very wonderful experience, but that wasn't it for me. What my biggest accomplishment was being able to speak to hundreds of people at PAX East this year. Um, I was invited to talk for 30 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have anything ready. I was like, let's just go with it. Let's go with the flow. Let's work it out. And when I started talking at first, I realized people weren't paying attention until I interacted with them. Like I went to them, I talked with them, I asked them questions, and they answered back. Then a lot of people just came and sat down and was like, "Oh, like yo, they like really watching me right now." So like people think like it's a difference between like streaming live and actually talking to people. Trust me, there is. It's a big
Yeah.
difference. Like I was a lot more nervous because I used to perform, and performing is a whole lot more different because you're in front of people. You're not sitting down relaxing yourself, in your pajamas or whatever. No, you got to go out there and you have to be professional, or you have to give it your all regardless. So when I was done, a lot of people came to me even after the my 30 minutes of being up there. What was crazy is I was surrounded by so many people. I had to move all the people to like the left or the right because Spike Vegeta, if you know who that is, he's the one that does like the Awesome Games Done Quick
Mhm.
series. So he was up there with three other streamers, and they was talking about what they was talking about. But people were still like coming to me, talking to me. I was like, yo, this is amazing. Like, yo, I don't know how to handle this. What do I do? So the reason why I say that's the biggest accomplishment for me, because every last one of them got a business card from me, and every last one of them got in contact with me and stay in contact with me. And till this day, I can reach out to them, they can reach out to me, and whatever questions that they have or whatever help that they may need, that is to me a big accomplishment for me, because money, that's no problem for me. I work full time.
Mhm.
But to have people admire what you do or love what you do, that's a big accomplishment for me.
That's incredible. I don't think I would know, how to handle, that many people like trying to soak up what I'm saying, or
Right.
that many people like just turned on their head, just like instantly engaged with like what you're saying. That's
Right.
fantastic. You're able to turn that around. That's really cool.
Right. That engagement was, I was more nervous with that engagement, almost as like the same way I was nervous of asking my wife for marriage, to be engaged. Like it was that bad. Like when I get nervous, or when I get like in a certain mode, it's like the middle of my body is like shaking. It's like dude, what? How you gonna handle this? And like, I'll be like, snap out of it, snap out of it. But after I snapped out of it, everything was cool, and I was like, let's just do it. Let's have fun.
You're really great at just like, rolling with stuff, going with the groove.
Yeah.
That's something we see. And you're extremely creative with everything you do on Twitch, with everything you do on every platform that you create content on.
Right.
Now, that's not a trait that we typically see, on Twitch, or whether in the IRL section or just chatting or anything on the platform. Now, you also do something. You create jingles, and you created
Yes.
one for us at OPC, and that was that was that was a bright day for me when I was going through the socials, and I was like, "This is cool." So, how'd you
So
learn to make them? Like, what inspired you to start doing that?
uh, um, I I've been musically inclined for well, I started like writing and doing music in like middle school, like eighth grade,
Mm-hmm.
ninth grade. And I've been writing and coming up with crazy ideas ever since. And what's crazy is that, as far as the jingles, I didn't think about doing jingles until I think it was a Jamie Foxx show. He had like a certain show where he was working at a jingle place and they was going against each other as far as the jingles. I thought it was dope. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to a song and see what I can make out of it. And I was like, yo, I can make some out of this. I can make some out of this. And I don't know if you know Plies, the rapper Plies.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so he has a song called Becky, right? And I was like, Becky, yeah, Becky, hey, Becky. Let me see. Bacon. Oh my God, bacon. Oh, we gotta do something with this. We gotta do something with it. So I wrote the song, made a parody called "Give Me That Bacon," and that was in 2009. When I made that video of "Give Me That Bacon," I just put it up on YouTube. I was like, let's see how people react to this. It went from day 1 to day 2 to day 3, and it was like, yo, your videos on G4 TV, yo, your videos on Comedy Central, like, and I'm at work when this happened. I'm like, hold on, wait, what? Hold on, excuse me? Are you serious? Let me go check this out. So when I saw that, I was like, I am on TV. Oh my God. Like, yo, attacking the show. What? What? What's Web Soup? What? I was number 2 on Web Soup. I was like, are you serious? Like this is happening right now. Like, and since then I've just been making jingles. I've been making jingles ever since then and parodies ever since then. And it's funny that those same jingles allowed me to have an advertisement deal with Krispy Kreme donuts.
That's incredible.
And I was able to perform at Krispy Kreme opening, and I think it was like Orlando, Florida. Yeah, and the mayor was there, and I had him put his hands up while he was performing. I was like, I'm done. That's it. I've reached a plateau. I'm good. But yeah, I've been making music all my life. Well, half my life. Let me get that right. I've been making music since the 8th grade. Hip hop, R&B, pop, rock and roll. Like, I've been making different types of gaming music. I make a lot of gaming music too. So that's just me. I love making music.
That's that's I didn't know that video had like made it on Attack the Show or like Web Soup or anything like that. That's something like when I was growing up, that was like something I was like, everybody on there is like so dang cool. Or like all this stuff is like funny. That's wow, that brings me back.
Yeah, I think it was on Tosh.0 as well, because they said it was on Comedy Central, and I think it was on Tosh.0. People saying like, yeah, it was on Tosh.0 too. I'm like, man, stop playing. Nah, not Tosh.0. He better hit me up. I'm ready to go up there. Let's go. That's how I was. But at the same time, I still remained humble. No matter what hype was coming my way or how successful the video was, I remained humble because people will get to a certain level where it's like that ego just kick in, like, I've been on TV, man. Chill, relax. You ain't on that level yet. And I'm like, that's gonna be gone in the future. Like, you gotta keep going. You have to stay humble, be appreciative of the opportunities that come your way. And trust me, it comes by in the long run.
That's really words to live by right there. Like and it's no matter where you go in life, just like remaining like grounded and realizing that you still need to make content, still need to be relatable and engage with your audience is something you do, and that's really cool.
Right.
And I know with streaming and everything, like there's been a lot of like success with that as well, and with everything you do, like you've done like just dancing streams or like just dance streams and like singing streams, like those are incredible and like entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
What kind of tips do you have for other content creators trying to do the same thing, whether like it's not just gameplay?
Stretch.
That's a good tip. You don't want to be so happy you're done with that.
I'm so for real, because like when I did like when I was on Front Page, I did the Michael Jackson Experience. Like I did, and this is what's crazy about it. it was supposed to be from 6 to 9 Eastern, right? So I was already ready, right? 6 to 9, 3 hours straight. Michael Jackson dancing, woohoo, doing all the dances. Wasn't on front page. So I was put on front page 3 hours later. Basically, it was 6 to 9 their time and not mine.
Oh,
So I
okay,
had to
for 6.
do
Yep.
3 more hours of it. The same things. And like when your body's already like, oh my God, I just did 3 hours of Michael Jackson experience. My body's drained, my legs hurting. I had to do 3 more hours of it. But when I tell you, when I woke up the next day, I couldn't move. I was like,
So you
I
didn't
can't move.
stretch before that, did you?
I can't move. My muscles are done for. I was like, Mrs. Cheese, please call my job and let me know I cannot make it to work. I can't move. So my thing is stretch before doing anything and have a great amount of water. Okay. It helps out. Dehydrated, dry lips, chapped lips. It helps out a lot, especially if you talk a lot and you're doing all that. It helps out a lot.
That's a good tip we don't typically see on the podcast, you know. Like that's very important to stay hydrated because like even something I've learned like recently is I mean while streaming and like if you're worrying about numbers and you're starting to have anxiety and things like that,
Right.
anxiety can be like a direct, you know, correlation to how dehydrated you are. So that's actually
Right.
like a fantastic tip. Drink water, everybody, you know. Do it.
Yeah. And that like anxiety, you know, people look at that as like a joke sometimes. And to be honest with you, it's not a joke. It happens. Okay. The same way that, you know, depression happens and all the other things happen, it's serious. It's for real. So my best way to handle anxiety is try to like, you know, believe in yourself a lot more than others do. Because like if you set yourself at a certain level and you meet the expectation, good. But if you don't meet the expectation, the best thing to do is just drop it a little bit and see if you can meet that expectation because we all want to reach that level of greatness. But what is your greatness? Same thing with success. What is your success? You know, if you have 50 viewers per stream, that's successful. But if you have 5, to me, that's still successful because that's a whole lot better than 0. You know, where you started from. So it takes time. It's like baby steps. Okay. The Mortal Kombat ladder, that those fights are going to get harder and harder every time you go up. All you gotta do is learn your strategy, put that to use, and you're good.
Yeah. Everybody's on a different journey and like you just got to realize that you know, one thing I try to tell people as well is like, you know, if you have 5 people, imagine having a conversation where 5 people are actively engaged with you.
Right.
That's still an amazing feeling, but like instead of just being like, you know, face to face, it's you're controlling somebody's computer, you know, and they're focused on you. So
Right.
those small accomplishments and the small victories, like celebrate them. Definitely. I like that. I
Most
like that.
definitely. But
Um
like I celebrate it every time. Like a lot of people think that, you know, having a bunch of views is, I mean, it is a good thing.
mhm.
I would never take that away. But me, I definitely would rather have like 15, 20 active chatters and viewers than have 200 people that's just watching and not saying anything. Because like, you know, as much as I want to interact with people and talk with people, I love talking with people. I'm a talkable person. I mean, shoot, I'm talking now, but but like to talk with people and interact with them, see if we share the same, you know, opinions on games or you know, anime or you know, movies that came out. Speaking of which, Dragon Ball Super, not spoiling it for nobody though. but just to you know be able to interact with other people with what you love and what they love, it's a beautiful feeling, you know.
Yeah, certainly. And that's like why we see you on Twitch and that's why, you know, you're not on always doing like pre-recorded content and everything anymore, but some of that stuff we see that is pre-recorded is amazing.
Right.
uh
And that's when I was like, I want to be able to like when I saw, I think the first video I saw, who was it? I think I was looking at I think it was Maximilian. Like Maximilian, he had like I think the first series of where like he had a webcam and he was reacting as far as how he was playing. I was like, wait, this is actually like kind of live, even though it's pre-recorded, but it's still kind of live. And I was like, okay, let me invest in some things to do that for myself. Didn't work. But like when I started streaming, it was like, okay, this is a whole different feeling because their interactions and their reactions coming from the chat is like it's the same as mine. So it's different by a long shot as far as pre-recorded and live. Trust me.
Yeah, like um with doing that and like trying to go for, you know, trying the pre-recorded and like maybe didn't work.
Right.
Were there any other hurdles that you experienced through all of this, through all your streaming and content creation? What were some of the hurdles that you didn't expect to come across that, you know, you've had to deal with along the way?
As far as hurdles, of course, everybody has PC problems, you
Mhm.
know, and sometimes it comes to a point like your hard drive may crash. Boom. Then you have to order another hard drive and take like a week or so for the delivery. Back then, that was. Even now, like 2 day shipping. Okay, cool. I gotta wait a couple of days. But like that's a hurdle for me. It's not being able to upload content that I have prepared or had ready at that time, or even streaming. I mean, even though like today you have like the phones to stream, I love sitting down and being in front of a camera, playing games and interacting with people. If my hard drive goes out, oh no, we're going to the store right now. We're gonna have to buy this piece. We're gonna have to fix this up like right now. What needs to be done? Windows 10? Okay, Windows 10. Let's get that on there. Let's get our programs back. We lost all our data. All right, we'll just get it back on again. So it's a big hurdle to know that if you don't have things backed up, you will be backed up. So rebuild, back up your drives on the external drive, people. It's very important, especially like your stream kits, because there's nothing worse than putting all the things together again, the cropping, the panning, and all the other stuff here. There's nothing worse than that because that's like 2 whole hours of redoing the stuff again. So that's the hurdle for me. There were other hurdles, but I jumped over them. This one here, I literally got caught and I fell. So yeah, but I'm good now.
Awesome to see that you're able to just, you know, jump over some of these hurdles, you know, just like leaping past them. Cause, I mean, like you have some amazing equipment that you use.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like you're, you know, you're lacking anything in like, I mean, maybe you are. Like, is there a piece of equipment that you would want? I'm curious about that. Yeah. What's something that you would want, like a piece of equipment that you feel like your stream could use?
Um. uh. Yes, I would love to have. It's 2 things I would actually like to have. Well, 3 technically. Um, Helicon Gaming Go XLR.
Those are
I
incredible.
I need that. I need that because of everything that's on there. Um, I would like a better camera. Even though the Go XLR, not I'm sorry, not Go XLR, the GoPro, Go XLR, whatever. The GoPro is good because that's what I'm using now. There are some mirrorless cameras that blows the GoPro out the water. The Sony A6000, the A6300, love those cameras. I was looking at Fujifilm's cameras, Olympus cameras, like or Canon camera, mirrorless cameras. They have better picture quality and it's so much brighter and you can see like all my pores on my face, even gray hairs under my chin. Like you can see all that stuff. So I definitely want like a second camera. Then I can use my GoPro to put it over here to my looper, so you guys can see the loops. So that's what I want to do as far as that. The third thing is another cam link from Elgato, a 4K one. So therefore, I can be able to do the 4K and have the other cam link, you know, to link over to the
Yeah.
looper so you can see it. So those are 3 things that I want. Everything else, hold on, let me take that back. A 4th one, some curved monitors.
Those would be
I would like
awesome.
some curved monitors. I still have my BenQ monitors from 2012.
I think I'm rocking one from around that too. It's like a 23-inch BenQ monitor, but Those are all like that. The Go. I can talk. I can talk well. I promise. The Go XLR.
Mhm.
Like the moment that I saw that the even like the panels on there were motorized and can like reset to presets, that blew
Yes.
me out of the water. Like,
Yes.
we'll probably link for that. Like, that's something people should see. Now I know you were at TwitchCon for 2018,
Yes.
and
Loved it.
there was a lot of amazing, products and people that you got to meet. But how was that from a content creator's perspective?
Well, as far as me converting from a content creator to a live streamer, um, that was definitely adventurous for me because you're talking about somebody that rarely gets out of where they're from. You know, I rarely traveled when I was a content creator. I was so focused on becoming a better person, being a better me. I never traveled outside of Florida. But as time progressed and I grew up, the first trip that I took was New York, then Bahamas, then I went to LA for the Lawbreakers event, which was pretty dope. Um, and then I went to TwitchCon. TwitchCon, I never been to and Boston, PAX East. So
Mhm.
I never been to these conventions before. So PAX East was like, whoa, this is freaking awesome. All these companies here, business cards galore. I was like, hello, my name's Big Cheese. Here's my card. What's this? Can you tell me more about this? Can you tell me more about this? And they were like, yeah, well, this is this, and here's my card. Let's go ahead and network. And I'm like, yeah. So, going to TwitchCon was a whole different experience for me because it's like this is everybody from one platform here, and it's not only the partners or the affiliates. These are fans coming here too, and I'm like, yo, everybody and their mama's here right now. Everybody's here, and it was even celebrities there, and Tony Hawk was there. Like,
Mhm.
dude,
Yeah, he did a panel. That blew my mind.
I play your games. I play your games. Yo, like, I was excited to be there. Like, I was a kid in a candy store with like brownies and Laffy Taffies and sugar-free jelly beans. Like, I was happy. I was so happy, and just to be around people that I knew and that wanted to meet me. Like, I met Turkey Lips there. I met Umi there. There's a lot of people there. DJ Knight, Data Dave, Cup of Noodle. The companies that was there, of course, OPC was there. And I went over there with my head high. I was like, oh, so you act like you don't know me, huh? But they didn't know me, so.
Well, I think most of the time you probably were interacting with me on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then I was like, with our booth at TwitchCon, I was out running around,
Yeah.
I was doing like a little bit of everything, and like being a content creator myself, like I was also like a kid in a candy store, but I was
Right.
exhausted. That sugar high only lasted for like the first day, and then after that,
It's like
I
a
was beat.
breakdown.
Yeah. And
But that line was huge. That line was
Mhm.
long, man. And when I found out that was like the line for like the like viewers, affiliates, fans, etc., I was like, okay, where do I go? And then when I saw the line from like partner to affiliate, I was like, this is the only perk that I appreciate as a partner. Because that line was like, it was like a whole mile long, and
Yeah,
I got there
it
late.
wrapped
So
around.
yeah, I got there till like I didn't get there till like 1, 2 o'clock. So it was like, yo, if I have to wait this long, I'm just gonna go to my hotel. I'm not gonna sit. I'm not gonna sit here for this. But I like being there and seeing all the companies there, um, seeing all the partners and affiliates and people that wanted to meet up. Fortnite was there. Let's see, it was uh Elder Scrolls was there.
Yeah,
Alienware was
Bethesda had
there.
like a pretty big thing over there. I think everything's kind of like it was a little bit ago, and like there was just so much going on, and it's kind of like
Yeah,
all like a gray
Doritos
area,
Bowl. Like they had a Doritos Bowl. Like I'm telling you, when I tell you everybody was there. But you know what had me heated? I was like, Ninja got a tour bus. I was like, oh, Ninja got a tour bus. Let me go check this out. I was like, man, you see this over here, man? This is a tour bus. You got Ninja going on tour, going to different places with this doggone truck here. Man, that's what I want to do in the future. But no, I was just happy for everybody. Everybody that knows me know I'm not a negative person. I'm not a jealous person. I want everybody to be successful, no matter who you are and whatever your success level is. I just hope that one day for me, I can have my face on the screen. So when I go to TwitchCon, they'd be like, so I was just looking forward to that.
That'll be an incredible day. And, coming back from TwitchCon, like a lot of people found inspiration and they're coming up with like plans for the future of their content. Now, are there any like big plans in the works that we should keep our eyes out for, or anybody who's listening to the podcast? You got any plans over there, Big Cheese?
Oh, I got some plans. The thing is, when I was on the way to TwitchCon, I did a song for Twitch. It was called "I Be Twitching," but I did it too late because I did it like a day or two before I went out. So a lot of people didn't know about it. So next year, when I go to TwitchCon, I think I'm going to have more than just my business cards ready for it. I want to have merchandise. I want to be able to perform at TwitchCon doing my songs. And I want to be more involved. Like if I have like a podium myself, I would love to talk to people and ask questions and answer questions if they ask. So something a lot bigger. Let's just say that we'll see when it comes around. But somebody definitely gonna be twitching. Okay, you're gonna be doing my dance. Okay, I have a dance for this song, and there's gonna be a video for it, and you guys should look forward to it.
I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to maybe I'll dance a little bit. Who knows? But,
it's a simple dance. I ain't gonna reveal it just yet. It's like kind of like Mortal Kombat 11. You don't know about it until the trailer popped out. I cried. I cried when I saw it. Okay, I cried. I literally cried. Best day of my life.
That's awesome. Now, with everything that you've done for like content creation and everything so far, I know I asked you kind of the stuff that you kind of wanted for your setup, but you have a lot that some content creators like just don't utilize or don't know to utilize.
Right.
What's your favorite peripheral that you've used to date?
That helps me with my stream.
Mm-hmm. Can't be your OP seat. Has to be.
Yeah, you know me. So, like this chair is so comfortable. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. What made things a lot more convenient as far as my streams? Elgato Stream Deck. It made things a whole lot more simple, more convenient, and the fact that you can do more than just change scenes and have a soundboard and multi actions, because you see my sub hype. Like, there's no way in the world I can just do that with just pressing buttons back and forth and trying to do my little air horn thing. No, that's not going to happen. When they introduced the multi actions, it made it more convenient for me to actually get up and dance and do a lot more and show people like, okay, this is why you should be here. So my best peripheral item so far next to this chair right here.
That Stream Deck, the multifunction is like completely game changing. Like, as long as you like learn how to utilize it efficiently, like it can change the entire game. And it's something we've seen in your stream. Like, maybe we'll link a clip to it in the description. But like that is, that's a wonderful hype scene, and I'm a fan of those.
Yeah. So just so you know, all that's going to change next year.
I'm excited.
A whole new sub hype song, a whole new sub hype dance. Like everything's going to change. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited for it. I just can't wait to show people that, to have some fun and what you can do with the Stream Deck. It's definitely worth the money. And what confused me is that they released the mini instead of a XL. I think it would have been better to have an XL, but that's just me. My opinion.
Well, all of us here at OPC are certainly excited, and I know me, myself, and I'm excited for the changes that you're going to be making for the stream. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for being on the podcast and talking with us here at OPC. Now, is there anything you wanted to like leave with us? Anything you wanted to tell the audience or anybody? Something to keep in mind.
Yes. First and foremost, thank you and thank you guys at OPC for giving me the opportunity to be on your podcast and be a part of the team. You know, you down OPC, yeah, you know me. I definitely thank you guys very much for that. And like I said, if you are looking for me, my socials, everything is BigCheeseKit, which is my Twitter, my Instagram, my Twitch, and my Facebook. So all of that is currently BigCheeseKit. Hit a follow button, man. Like, you know, follow me. Trust me, this is just a podcast, but believe you and I, it's a lot more adventurous things to see when you come to my channel. And my best and last advice to give to you guys is be you. Like I said, don't try to let your success match with somebody else's success. It's not going to work. Whatever you set for yourself, keep it that way and just build up on it. And you'll see a whole lot. You'll see a better result than trying to compare with others. All right.
Those are
Worry about yourself.
Yeah. Those are certainly words to live by right there. And again, thank you so much, Big Cheese, for joining us on that podcast.
My pleasure. You had yourself a good one. Thank you again.